Well, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back, mon amis. I'm learning French. Look at me. Or if you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, do all that stuff. That frog, I tell you. So, I started watching, we're in May, at the time of this recording, and I started watching the videos she posted. This is Glitter and Lasers for anybody who's like, who posted Glitter and Lasers. She posted something 3 days ago. I started watching it and I realized that on this channel we have not really talked about her surgeries and her health issues. I'm mostly focused on her fashion hauls. There was that time I talked about the, Bagel Gate, because I live so close to the so-called bagel shop she went to. Yeah, mostly her fashion hauls I've done here on this channel. We haven't really talked about her health stuff. So I started watching that new video that she posted. We Need to Talk or something. I don't know what the title was. And I realized I had no idea about any of the things that were being talked about. Like, I kind of had an idea, but then I was like, oh wait, I really didn't go through those videos. So I'm starting here. This video is from 10 months ago. I'm having surgery, Glitter and Lasers. I'm going to react to this. And hopefully I can react to all of her surgery health videos in one swoop, maybe in a few days. Obviously I'm going to break it up. Probably Chantel will do something really ridiculous and I'm going to have to react to that, hopefully. Mostly I've been doing retros with her, so, and Amber, Amber. Oh, Amber. Amber. And then there's Alexis Rodriguez. She doesn't excite me like the other girls. She doesn't excite me. She's not as low cowlish as these other bitches. But here we are to my favorite cash cow. Anyway, let's watch this.
In 1 week, I am having surgery to address my lymphedema.
Lymphedema, okay.
I am trying to smile through it, and I am trying to live through.
You have no tears, girl. That's okay. So she has lymphedema. Okay. Because I kept thinking it was cellulitis. Oh, I am so confused with all the terminologies with these girls. Maybe that's what Amber has, cellulitis? I don't know. Sometimes I sit here and I'm just kind of like, these are a lot of things that I don't have in real life because I am not this size. I don't know, and not even if you were this size, I think a lot of these things you can get them outside of that. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, cellulitis, I think my friend has it, but it was because he got an infection. Lymphedema. Okay, does she explain lymphedema to us on this video? Okay, let's go.
But I am crying a lot.
Stop. Jesus. Is she gonna cry the whole time?
I can't help feeling like a failure.
There's something about you, girl, that makes me not feel sorry for you. There's actually something about all these girls that doesn't make me feel sorry for them. I don't know what it is. Comment down below, because you guys are so good with the comments. There's just this, maybe that's why they're low cows. There's just this ting of drama that they brought upon themselves. And when they get like this, their cry face with no tears, because she has absolutely no tears. I just don't feel sorry for them. But anyway, lymphedema, sorry, I wanted to look it up, is a chronic condition that causes abdominal fat and connective tissue buildup in the legs, hip, buttocks, and sometimes the arms. I would assume for her, it's on her legs and her arms. It affects both sides of the body equally and almost exclusively women. Lymphedema is characterized by painful swelling and enlargement of the lower excrements and can make daily activities difficult. Oh, okay. I'm looking at pictures. A lot of the people in 600 Pound Life have that. And that's what makes her big. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. And pretty sure that's what Amber Chantel got that too. She pretends like she doesn't, but she does. Holy crap. Okay. Now that I know what it is, continue.
And I know sharing this, I am going to get shredded online. I know that is
How?
what so many people are gonna do.
Well, you're kind of a jerk. I mean,
I'm not the problem. The condition is the problem. And
but okay, who got themselves to this weight to cause the condition? Like, does anybody think that? Sorry, I'm still confused how she got this big. Um, that I need to research a little more because I feel like there's a story. I know that she has her podcast, The Medical Mystery, which it's not a medical mystery. You just eat a lot. Because you can't tell me you're this size and you don't eat anything. Like I think Tess Holiday tried to say that. She's like, I only eat, like, she said she was anorexic. And people were like, I put up a video of Tess eons ago. You can go find it in my library. And people were really annoyed at me because I said, no, there's no way that a morbidly obese woman could be anorexic. Overweight? Yes, absolutely. But super morbidly obese woman could not be anorexic. And I got like pages and pages of like people just writing like, you're ignorant and blah blah blah. I deleted it because I just, if you can't be respectful and giving me a creative criticism, then I'm not gonna keep it on my page. I just, I left the comment and then someone else thought it was okay to write something stupid too, and call me an idiot, and I was like, no, fuck you both. There is no way you can get to this size, any morbidly obese size, without it being food related. Maybe medical issues. Like, I know that, sometimes people have diseases that causes this, like, and then the interaction with the medication. But to say that it's caused because you didn't eat, and I am going on a tantrum about the testing, to say it is because you're anorexic, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to people who are actually anorexic. Anyway, let's continue with glitter and lasers. This isn't Tess.
That's hard because, like, as a bigger body, you're just gaslit your whole life to feel like you're the problem.
Well, here's my thing about bigger bodies. Okay, my weight yo-yos all the time. And not to say I have no sympathy for someone in a bigger body and the gaslighting. It's not gaslighting if truly what doctors are saying is real. Like, yes, morbidly obese women do end up having a laundry list of medical conditions. And that's not gaslighting. That's the truth. Like, if you don't want to hear it, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I gained a substantial amount of weight during the pandemic, and I felt disgusting. I felt horrible, and my blood pressure went up, my cholesterol went up. All of it is disgusting. Like, to be like, I'm getting gaslit by a doctor because, I go to the doctor, they say, it's your weight. Yeah, it could possibly your weight. But there are plenty of doctors out there who, like, my doctor doesn't always say it's your weight. She's fantastic, she wants to see how I'm doing. She doesn't, she wants to make sure that I lower, like, my cholesterol, my blood pressure went down, thank God. And it was caused less through sodium, more because I love a good energy drink. And she was like, yeah, that's not good. And then cholesterol, she's like, you just have to change a few things in your diet. And yeah, no, she's understanding. My Dr. Crystal, shout out to her. So I don't understand how so many doctors of all these fat acceptance movement people have been gaslighting them and just saying, it's because you're fat. Like, I don't understand that. There's plenty of fantastic doctors out there. And it just angers me because it always goes back to, they're gaslighting me. I'm like, you're gaslighting them. I'm sure most of you have enough money to get a good doctor. It's not like you're going to the ghetto and getting, like, whatever, janky insurance people have. Like, I have Medicaid and I still have a fantastic doctor, you know? I'm poor. This bitch has money and she's probably going to a good doctor. How is that doctor gaslighting her? You know, you pay for the service. It's wild. Maybe there's some truth behind what they're saying. Maybe you should listen.
But on one hand, people are telling you it is all your fault and you are the problem and you are making choices that led you to this. And on the other hand, you have a community of people who are telling you you were just meant to be big, don't do anything about it. And guess what? Both of those are wrong.
No, I think that God, this is so gaslighty. This is gaslighting in itself. She's like, I have this one community, the fat acceptance, and they tell me I'm perfect the way I am, and then these other people say I should lose weight because, you know, I can barely walk. They're both wrong. You're such an asshole, dude.
My only regret at this point, especially after getting everyone kind of telling me that, you know, I'm stage 4, which is like the worst.
Oh, wow. Damn, girl. That's
you
not
are
good.
not a failure if you seek treatment. You are not a failure if you accept your condition. You are not a failure if you want to stop the pain.
You know what would have been better, though, Anna? Instead of seeking treatment, it would have been worlds better if you would have done preventative measures. Thank you. It's coming out. And seeing where you were going, because apparently your doctors were telling you were going there because they were gaslighting you, right? And listening to them and understanding that, oh wait, maybe this could be a problem down the line and it could be very painful. I love how we're only a minute in and I have so much to say. Sorry. Preventative measures and listening to your doctors. Yeah, sometimes your doctors, I mean, I don't care for Big Pharma at all. Like, I dropped my nutritionist, not because the nutritionist, but the nurse, who was the main nurse doctor person in charge of that particular clinic, which I won't call out, was really pushing me to take Ozempic. And I'm not, God bless you guys who are taking it. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I just don't feel, I just don't feel comfortable taking Ozempic. And I know it's helped a lot of people, and God bless you if you've taken it, and you're just like, no, it's not like that. That's great. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for anybody who gets surgery. I'm happy for anybody who understand that, you know, being morbidly obese is an issue that can cause so many problems. But I want to do it the natural way. I want to lose weight naturally. I want to get back into exercising because I loved exercising before the pandemic. I just want to get myself back into a routine. And I know what to do. I just don't want to incorporate diet medicine into it, you know? And that's my choice. And it's your choice if you want to do that. And I don't shame you for that. It's just I don't want to do that. So that's a tangent in itself. Sorry.
There is always going to be someone that wants me to be a villain. But I don't need to be that villain in my life anymore. I don't need to be the person.
Oh, fast forward. I can't. I just can't.
But
is this her just whining about it?
and I know sharing this, I am going to get shredded.
Yeah, you are.
Really grateful that I made the decision to not share this until I was ready. Because I don't know if I would have made the decision that I've made. But I ultimately know it's the right decision.
You're not crying. Why are you wiping your eyes?
I think the hardest thing about all of this, and it's just like when I think about it, it's like for the last 2 years, being physically active has become a huge part of my life and my joy.
Okay.
And I fought for.
Is she very physically active, guys? Because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like she's gotten bigger. So I've seen some of her exercise videos, and I think that her form's a little off. Not that I am not some wonderkin, trainer out there. I'm just, from what I've learned in my lifetime, I've noticed that like a lot of those exercises, and I've seen a lot of commentary videos about her exercise routine. Like, I don't understand with the amount of money she has, why she doesn't get a personal trainer. Look, I'm going to say this. All our girls have, and excuse my French, shit ton of money. They are making a shit ton of money through YouTube. They're making shit ton of money through advertisements. This one in particular, she's making money through God knows how many ads and sponsors and yada yada. She's sponsored by JCPenney, Old Navy, all these big companies. You're telling me you can't afford a trainer? I've seen your apartment. Like, you live in Austin. Austin's not cheap. Yes, it's in Texas. And Texas is a lot cheaper than, say, New York. But it's not cheap. You don't live in a cheap-looking apartment. So I'm so confused how this could not be prevented. And if I'm being cruel, let me know. If I'm being rude, let me know. Because I feel like a lot of the things that go on in girl world, especially with this one, is like, oh, woe is me. Feel bad for me. I'm like, girl, a lot of us don't have that money, don't have that luxury. You know, we all wish we could come on YouTube and be like, whoa, 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 boo-hoo-hoo, and get tons of views and get paid for it. No, some of us have to go. Some of us do this for fun part-time, and then they have to go to a shitty job. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you guys don't. There's real pain in life. Let's continue.
That activity. I fought for that movement. And it's like someone has just ripped everything I love just out of my hands and taken it away.
I see what this is. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. She's what's the word? She's placating to the fat acceptance movement at this time, because a lot of the girls a year or two ago started, funny enough, Ozempic, or they started doing surgeries and they were backing away from the fat acceptance. Also, a lot of people were dying in the fat acceptance movement, and people were sort of, you know, like brushing it under the rug, like not mentioning it. You know, it was always like the anti-fat acceptance people who would bring up, so-and-so died, so-and-so died. So she's placating to that community because now she's going on a weight loss journey, and those people don't want you to go on a weight loss journey. But also, you got to realize that the fat acceptance movement is made up of people who are under the age of 30. Most of them are under the age of 30. And if they get to over 30, they start seeing complications. And that's why we see a lot of people who are over 30 in that community starting to look around and being like, oh, damn, this person died. I need to do something about this. And then you got these baby fat acceptance people going, no, what are you doing? You were my hero. Blah, 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 you know? And that's the issue. So she's placating in this video to those people. Like, don't shred me. Still buy my shit. Still support me. I'm your girl. I'm just in a lot of pain. And she probably has always been in a lot of pain. But, you know what's better than pain? Money. You like money. I like money too. But there's a moral compass in all our lives. So there's that, okay?
Who are telling you were just meant to be big, don't do anything about it.
Oh, God.
And guess what? Both of those are wrong.
Get over yourself. I'm sorry. I don't have any sympathy for her. And if it's wrong of me to be like, girl, truly. Okay, let's listen to the last of this. Okay, heavy breathing. Okay. Girl, get to it. Let's get to it. Is there more to this?
I don't need to be that. And so me getting this surgery and taking care of myself and continually fighting for me is really part of being kind.
Okay, so sorry. Wait a minute. Let me leave her in a better. That's not any better. Oh, jeez. Okay. So this was supposed to be a video where she explains why she's going to surgery. Maybe I missed the part where she talks about, her lymphedema and what's going on. This seems like a very, what's the word? what's the right word for this? It seems like, boohoo feel bad for me kind of video. And I don't do those. I don't want to be a meanie. I have sympathy for people, but I always got the impression, at first I thought she was actually better than the other girls, that the Anna was a lot better than Chantel, and Amber. Oh, I'll quickly forget the other cow's name. Amber. I thought she was better than them. But what I've come to realize is no one's better than anybody else. They're just all equally a different kind of terrible and their own right. And Anna's terrible is that she's a perpetual victim, while at the same time making it seem that she's right and she'll sell you shit. She wants you to buy her shit so she can make some money off of you. But also, she wants sympathy. So she's all sorts of fucked up that way. Like, Chantel's just a raging bull and it's just a nasty bitch, right? And then in comes, like, Amberlynn, who's just, like, is a sneaky bitch and treats everybody like shit behind the scenes. And is like, guys, I am just, like, the perfect LA girl. Like, But this Anna O'Brien, she is the boohoo, I'm a victim, feel bad for me person, right? While at the same time selling you shit. And selling you the dream. Like, it's okay to be big. Look at me. I'm sponsored by JCPenney. Go buy everything under my code. All right. Well, I'm sorry that I skipped around, and I'm not going to watch any more of this video. I just think she's ridiculous. But we will be watching the rest of her videos. Count this as a retro react of a sorts. Okay? Thank you so much for watching and listening to me rant on. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment like you always do. I really appreciate those comments because I learn so much. Because sometimes I feel like because I joined this community so late, sometimes I miss things. And I'm grateful for you guys. Like, when I first started doing glitter and lasers, and I was like, oh, she's not too bad. And you guys were like, no, she's pretty terrible. And then I realized, I was like, you guys are right. Wow, you guys are on point with this shit. Whew. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay sassy.